Today I'm going to be talking about homeschooling and the strategies of successful homeschooling. For those who are here and they're looking to homeschool their kids and they don't know where to start, they don't know if they're going to be successful at it, I would say that don't put too much pressure on yourself. In this video, I'm going to be taking you through the strategies that I made use of to start homeschooling my kid. So first things first, when I knew that I had to homeschool my child, I did research. That's normal. Before you go into anything, before doing anything, before putting hands into anything, you find out, okay, exactly what am I getting into? What does it entail? What are the requirements? What are the things that need to be done? So you read and read and read and read and read. I'm an avid reader. I love to read. So reading is one of the things that I did during the first few months. Then beyond that, in the light of researching on homeschooling, you still go online. For me, I didn't have any one around me who has or had or who is homeschooling their child currently. So I had to go online and research on families who are homeschooling their children. What are the things that they use? What are the curriculums that they use? How do they draw up their schedules? How do they run their routines? What do they do? And visualize how that would work on my own side and how I can incorporate some of the things that I saw in their own, or some of the things I saw in their videos and all of that. How can I incorporate that into my own homeschooling journey? Another thing that you need to do is find out the requirements of homeschooling wherever you are in the world. For Nigeria, currently, as far as I know, there are no rules that govern homeschooling in Nigeria. There's nothing that governs homeschooling in Nigeria currently. What this means is that you have to work twice as hard to make sure that your child gets the necessary things that they need to succeed. You have to put in the effort, try getting the right curriculum for them. You have to put in the effort and make sure, okay, from time to time they take individualized tests. At other times they take standardized tests that are run in traditional schools or tests that are run nationally or in the states that you are. The legal requirements of your own location, the legal requirement of wherever it is that you are at that point in time, be it the US, UK, Canada, or Nigeria, Kenya, anywhere. Find out what are the rules that govern homeschooling where I live, so that we don't go against the norm in a certain area. Another strategy is to join a homeschool group. Now, for countries that are more advanced, they have physical groups, even on the same street, where families of maybe 2 houses away, 3 houses away, who are also homeschooling their kids. They have like a group, they come together and do things together, go on field trips together, picnics and stuff. Boom. If you're in a country like mine, where stuff like that don't exist and you have to run solo, you probably should join homeschool groups, homeschool communities online. This kind of groups and communities help beginners and even experts or veterans to improve on, because we can't know everything. Nobody's an island of themselves. We all have one thing or the other that we learn from, or that we could get or learn from other people. Deciding on the curriculum that you want to use, there are a plethora, there are like so many curriculums that are out there that's available to everyone, whether paid or free or whatever, that you can get to guide your children in homeschooling. There are some options here in Nigeria. We have the national curriculum, the Nigerian national curriculum. We have for the religious, if you're a Muslim or a Christian, there's a particular curriculum for those. For American, there's an American curriculum, there's a UK curriculum, I think Montessori curriculum, and others. So those are part of the things that you need to research. His strategy would be to create a space, your own homeschool space. a safe space in your house. It could be your kitchen, depending on how big it is or how the layout is. If you have a separate room that you're not using for anything, all the better. Have a storage space, a library, a place where you put your books, where you put writing materials. Setting specific goals. What's the goal of your homeschool? What's the goal of your homeschool journey? It can be little goals, it can be bigger goals. When I first started homeschooling, I set a goal of a 4-month goal that I wanted to homeschool my child for 4 months, and at the end of those 4 months, she was supposed to write an exam. It was more or less like a test for me as much as it was a test for her also. The 7th strategy I'm going to be talking about is setting your own schedule. The school has a schedule. They come in the morning, they have an assembly, they have this, they have that. Now in homeschooling, you don't necessarily have to go through all of that if you don't want to. But it's important to have a schedule. Like, it shouldn't be like the rule book, but it should be something of a guideline. Some people see homeschooling as schooling at home. But I feel like homeschooling should be home and schooling joined together. There are things that are required to be done at home, and there are things that are required to be done for school or for learning, and both of those things can be combined in such a way that the home chores need to be done according to their age. Let them do it. The ones that they can sweep, let them sweep. The ones that can feed the pet, let them feed the pet. Ones that can cook, let them cook. Teach them, because homeschooling is not just about math, English, core subjects, and all of those other things. It is also about learning things that have to do with life skills, or have to do with things that survival, things that would help them in the future. You understand? All of those things have to be incorporated in a way